What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full Route 1 Pokemon team. This one is for Patreon. If you like your team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. YT Thunder, this one is for you. Now people, we are streaming tonight. Last night, Australia had like a lightning storm and rain and all the internet just went out. But we are doing it tonight. If you want to come and watch the fun, we're doing some shiny Deoxys hunting, some Pokemon drawings. I suggest that you come. Link is in the description of the video at the top, and make sure you go follow there. And if you're a little bit late to the party, open that second tab right now. I'll probably be starting about an hour after this video goes live. So if you're a little bit late to watching this video, just pop over that second tab, hit my voice twice, and you'll be fine. Alright, so we got a battle on my Discord. This one was against Eckhart. Now, the question of today is, what is your favorite Pokemon town or city? I'd like to know. I'd say mine, I'm kind of boring. I like Goldenrod City. That's probably my most favorite one. But what's yours? I'd love to know. Okay, so we have an assist Skitty. Now, guys, I want to do an assist Pokemon team. Do you want to see that? Like, I think it would be really fun. I don't know like how I haven't done it already, but I think it would be really cool to do. So anyway, we got the Normalium Z from the Skitty. Now, the problem with this team, right, is obviously all of them were basically normal type Pokemon. I kind of chose those ones, and it was very difficult against ghost types. So we got a Z Rest there coming from the assist, so useful at full health. I'm going to go for the Last Resort. Now, this is a Protect Last Resort Centret. On this set, we've got the Max Attack and Max Health. We've got Frisk as the ability and item as Focus Sash, just in case I come across a really slow, bulky fighting type. Okay, so the Catnip is going to go back in the bag, and that is down. We still got 5 more Pokemon to go there. Now, tonight's battles as well are we've got 3 battles in one, so that's why the video is a little bit longer. I thought I'd treat you guys to some extra battles. So we got the God himself coming in there, and it's going to take me out with the return. How could I return from that? So now I've got my Gen 5 here. So we got the Lillipup. So let's go what this Lillipup set is. So Lillipup was one of the Pokemon I could get around ghost types with. I didn't have too many. So we got Max Health and Max Attack. I've got the Retaliate, but Bidoof takes it like a boss. And now it's going to go for the Curse. So obviously with the Bidoof, right, it's got Simple as its ability. Well, this one does. So that Curse is going to give it a double rise instead of one. So it's got +2 in attack and +2 in defense. So now going for the Retaliate on the Bidoof, and it lives on like, what? Can't believe it. Merch available. You know you want to buy that merch, people. You just know. So anyway, got to get hit by a return, and I'll get shredded, and down goes my Lillipup. Oh my goodness. Can I just go? Can I go one day without a Pokemon living on 1 health? Anyway, so we're going to bring in my Gen 7. So now on this set, we've got this is a Max Attack, Max Speed. We've got Bullet Seed, Fury Attack, I almost said Fury Cutter, Brick Break, and Brave Bird. And we've got this Skill Link as the ability and item, King's Rock. So this is a scummy pick-a-peck set. The Iris hit them as many times as you can, being 5 with the Bullet Seed or Fury Attack, and hoping on that Fleech. So Wooper's going to get destroyed there. I was very lucky I had Bullet Seed on there. It's normally quite a bulky Pokemon. So we've taken a tidy lead at the moment. So now we've got the coughing coming out, and this is where I start to coughing and wheezing. So anyway, my both the attacks are going to miss, and we've got the T-Bolt coming from the coughing, and it's going to take me out in one shot. Guys, we're getting swept by a T-Bolt coughing. Anyway, so down goes by Pick-a-Peck, and we're going to swap in the Gen 3. So Zigzagoon was a Belly Drum Facade Quick Feet set. I could have gone for the Extreme Speed, but I want to go for Facade for something a little bit different. And Quick Feet with the Toxicorp does make it pretty fast too, and Facade is even more powerful than Extreme Speed. However, we got that Thunderbolt coughing again sweeping through my team. Guys, have you ever been swept by a Thunderbolt coughing before? So now I'm going to bring in my Gen 1, which is my Pidgey. So I can go for the Brave Bird here. The other Pokemon sets I'll go over as the video goes on too, because I kind of fainted like really fast. So Pidgey was a Choice Banded set. We got Max Speed and Max Attack. It kind of dents the coughing, but coughing is fairly bulky in defense, and I'm guessing this one does have Everlight too. So it's going to take me out with Thunderbolt. Like 3 of my Pokemon have gone down to Thunderbolt coughing. So I've got 1 more Pokemon remaining, people. Can you guess what it is? It's the God himself, Bidoof. Okay, so we've got 3 Pokemon. Can I clutch back into this game? Alright, so the coughing is going to go for the T-Bolt against my Bidoof. Does about a quarter damage. And now I'm going to go for the Amnesia. Now I've got the Simple ability, right? So I'm going to get an instant +4 in Special Defense. So coughing ain't doing anything to me at all. Now the coughing is going to swap out there Now, also on this set, we've got Amnesia, Curse, Rest, and Frustration. Ability, Simple, and Item is Everlight. Max Health and Max Defense. So, got to get that Curse up, so that's going to give me a +2 in attack and a +2 in defense. I'm already bulky in defense as it is too, so this Lillipup, if it was a physical set, is going to do nothing. Alright, so Lillipup's return, right? The life orb damage did more than the return to me. So now I'm going to go for another Curse, which is going to give me a +4 in defense and a +4 in attack. So not only am I quite bulky, well, very, very bulky now, I've actually got a decent offense too. So I've got Frustration on this one just with some stab. Now we got the Lillipup going for the Ice Fang against me. Doesn't do anything, but I get freeze hacks. Like, come on. Oh, my heart, my salty heart can't take this anymore. So just waiting until I thaw out. It's Ice Fang's about a 22,000 hit KO. So I'm hoping by the time I'll thaw out, and I do, and I'm able to get another Curse. So I'm at +6 in attack and +6 in defense. I could go for another Amnesia just to be a troll, but I'm not going to. I do not want to get freeze hacks again. So we're at max attack now. We've got 3 Pokemon remaining. So now we've got the Fire Fang coming from Lillipup. Kind of low-key expected a burn there, but it didn't happen, which was nice because I probably would have gone for a rest there just to get rid of the burn. So that's Lillipup's going to go down. It's actually pretty cool. We both had a Lillipup and we both had a Bidoof. Okay, so now Seal's coming out. I don't know. Something's not right with this. Something feels a little bit slippery. So I'm going to go for a Frustration. I'm actually glad that I did, because if I went for like a rest or something like that, or like an Amnesia, it would have locked me into that move. So go for the Frustration. I mean, this way it actually enables me to go. I can't actually use rest at the moment, but then again, I've got the defenses up to be able to tank a lot of moves. So Seal is going to go for an Icy Wind there. That's going to drop my speed. Not that it really matters at all. It does minimal damage to me as well. So go for the Frustration, and that's going to take me out. My speed was already at -6 anyway from the curses, right? So we got the last Pokemon is the Coffee. This Coughing like destroyed me in this match. I was like, I wonder what this is going to do. So I'm going to go for the Frustration. The Troll goes for the Destiny Bond. Oh, man. I went for the Frustration because I was locked in. And guess what, guys? That's going to be enough to take out the Coughing. However, since I took the Coughing out first right, Coughing, they actually ended up losing. I don't know. Like, I feel like that was a draw anyway. I was kind of, especially with those draw battles, like even the first person goes down, I don't know. I just feel that was a draw. So that was a really good battle anyway, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Next battle we had was on my Twitch. Make sure you are following people. Link in the description there. Thank you to all the people that have subscribed as well lately. A couple of people actually subscribed yesterday, which is really good. Thank you for that. Now we got a Dupie to lead. So this one's against C-Styles on my Twitch, and I'm going to get destroyed by a Liquidation Dupiter. So getting wrecked by a little moon bug wasn't too nice. So I've got to get back into this game. We've got the Sentry. This is to protect last resort Sentry. So obviously after seeing the Pidgey getting Pidgeot, it's a Pidgeot, guys. Getting the Pidgey outsped by the Choice Scarf or the Jupiter, I knew that I have the Choice Scarf. So I'm going to block the Protect, hoping now that I'll be able to, well, I've got a Focus Sash, so I know I'm going to live it right. However, we got the Jupiter and we got my worst nightmare coming out, which is Garcia. So any Ghost-type Pokemon were really, they weren't very fun to verse against. On this team, right, I had a couple of Pokemon to hit it, but it wasn't very nice to go against them. So I could, like, Garcia's a very difficult Pokemon to swap into, especially on my team. It does a lot of damage output. So I basically just sacked my my Sentry there. I just kept it in this turn. Obviously, they thought that I was going to swap, so they went into the Munchlax. Now, Munchlax, this Pokemon is so freaking bulky, ever like, you won't even, like, believe it. So last resort is probably I'd say that's a 4-hit KO. So go for another last resort on the Munchlax there. Does some pretty good damage. I think that was a 4-hit KO on last resort. So the Munchlax is going to go for the Body Slam, and that's going to take me out. At least I did a bit of damage to it. So since it KO'd my Pokemon, I thought, let's go to the Lillipup, right, and go for all the full power Retaliate. I thought that would be my best option. So now I'm going to go for the Retaliate on the Munchlax, and it lives on like, what? No! And now Munchlax is going to throw a freaking bin at me. So that does a lot of my health as well, and it's going to poison me too, man. I don't even, like, can I just go, seriously, guys, has there been a week, after this meme became a thing, has there actually been 1 week where a Pokemon hasn't lived on 1 health? I'm not even joking, right? I'm being, like, 100% serious. So anyway, since I know that all the other Pokemon can outspeed me, I went for a Salty Z move here just to take out the Munchlax. This is going to be my Darkidium Z Crunch. So on the Lillipup, we've got Max Health, Max Attack, Crunch, Play Rough, Ice Fang, and Retaliate. We got the ability as Vital Spirit. and Ducky DMZ as the item on Crunch, just for ghost types. So Munchlax is going to finally go down there with a salty Z move. Like I said, the reason I used the Z move was, I was going to get outspeed by all the remaining Pokemon, so it didn't really matter what attack I used. So now we got the Litten coming. I love shiny Litten, looks so cool. Actually, I like a lot of these shiny Pokemon. They're really cool. So we got the Acrobatics from Litten. That's going to take out my, I almost called it Litten too, my Lillipup. They all start with L. So now I'm going to go into my Zigzagoon. Now, I thought for a bit, let's go. I could go for the risky belly drum. I decided, like, bugger it, let's do it. Now, the Acrobatics, it crits me. If that didn't crit me, I would have got the belly drum off, and the facade would have been, like, at full power. I could have done some awesome shenanigans. I also had Odor Sleuth on this one, too, to hit ghost types. So, that was epic fails, people. Now the Acrobatics is going to do lots of damage to me. I just lived that one, and the poison is nearly going to take me up. And I live on 1 health. And we have the Litten swapping out here, and we have the Crabrawler coming in. So obviously, they want to use their Litten for a little bit later on. Now, I really like this shiny. I love the red boxing gloves look it's got on it. So even that facade didn't do too bad damage, and that is the Zigzagoon down. But poor Zigzagoon, man, it didn't catch a break in any of these battles. So now we're going to go into my Pick-a-Peck again. So on this set, I got Brave Bird, which I thought would be pretty good. But I decided to go for the Trolley Fury Attack because I wanted to conserve some of my health or recall. So going for the Fury Attack, I nearly said Fury Cutter, and I'm going to hit 5 times in a row, hoping I get the Scummy Flinch, but that doesn't happen. Crabhammer misses. Oh, man, that was so close. Now go for another Fury Attack. Now, Fury Attack can miss as well, so I was a little bit worried about that, but I didn't want to reveal too many of my other moves. So Crabrawler is going to go down. Now we've got the Ghastly coming out, so I was like, well, I can't really do too much to Ghastly apart from go for Brave Bird. I may badly live one of its attacks. At least if I can get rid of it, that'd be a good thing. So now Ghastly's going to go for a Substitute, and it's going to outspeed me too, which is bad. So like, I can't let this thing keep a Substitute up. Like even if I go down, I have to get rid of this Ghastly. It's such a good counter to my team. So that's going to, the Substitute's going to go away there. I'm only taking minimal recall, which is good too. So Ghastly is going to continue going for the Substitute here. So it can do a couple more. I was thinking maybe they've got some sort of strategy, or they're expecting a swap. I'm not really sure. I was like, bugger. I was going to keep attacking this Ghastly. There's really nothing else more I can do. So we got the Substitute fading in. That was the second time here. And we got the Ghastly going for yet another Substitute here. So that's the third Substitute. So we can do only one more after this. It doesn't seem to have a barrier. So go for Brave Bird. I guess locking myself into Brave Bird. Now, I was actually thinking, I could go for, well, Fury Attack's not going to work right. And I haven't showed off Bullet Seed. Maybe I should go for the Bullet Seed if they go for a Substitute again, and then I may be able to get around the Substitute and take them out, like actually break the Substitute on like the 3rd or 4th hit, and then the last hit takes out the Substitute. So that's what I did. The Ghastly's on 1 health. Maybe it's got something like Destiny Bond or something like that. I'm not sure what the strategy was there. Just went for the Bullet Seed, hoping I can take this thing out or break the Substitute for the for starters. Now Ghastly does heavily resist the Bullet Seed as well, and it isn't stab, so I was hoping it was going to be enough to break it, and it is, just due to the Ghastly's like very poor defenses. I think that's the only reason that it broke, and Ghastly is going to go down. Pretty cool shiny on Ghastly too. So we've got 2 more Pokemon left. We've got the Litten from earlier on, and we've got Onix. So I was like, well, on Onix I could use the Bullet Seed, but I was like, I don't think it's going to take it out because Onix is very bulky in defense. I was like banking on here, like if I could get like a flinch, but it does a lot of damage. So it turned out this Onix was, I think this was a Choice Banded Onix set, so it was more built for power than like an Everlight defensive set. If that was an Everlight defensive set, I doubt it would have even got the half damage like at all. So the big Onix goes down there, and man, this Pokemon, like Pick-a-Peck out of all the Pokemon, was definitely MVP in all of the battles that I had, just due to like RNG. So now we've got the Litten here. We still have the Dewpider left as well. And Litten's going to go for the Flare Blitz. Obviously, it was being saved to the end for that, so there's no way I'm going to be able to, outspeed that and live a Flare Blitz. So down goes my Pick-a-Peck, and all I've got left is my Bidoof, right? So it's Bidoof versus the Dewpider from earlier on. So Litten's going to go down for the recall from Flare Blitz as well. So once again, we've got Bidoof at the end. Let's see if we can clutch this battle. And we've got the Dewpider. So Dewpider's obviously got a Choice Scarf. We know that from the second term because of my... I think I had a frisk Pokemon just seeing what the item was. Liquidation doesn't hit too hard. It's about a 3-hit KO, so I thought let's go for the Curse here and boost up my attack and defense. Now the things I was worried about here was definitely a critical hit, And, you know, I definitely knew this would be about a 2 to hit 3 hit KO. So now we got the liquidation from the Jupiter. It doesn't do much, but it actually drops my defense harshly due to liquidation's attack rate. So that's actually going to make liquidation hit as hard as it did the first turn. So it's like, oh my goodness, am I going to live this last one? So the Jupiter hits me with the liquidation. I just live on 10 health and get off the frustration. And that one is the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this second battle. We've had some great little cup. I may even do some more like little cup style battles, like level 5 ones too in the future. It was very, very fun. All right, so we got the last single battle here. This one's against Barlow on my Discord. Now, there is a good bonus battle and bloopers at the end, so make sure you stick around for the whole thing, and you are watching that one. So we once again, we lean off for the Central, and we got the Ditto with the into the Central too. Now, this is quite funny, right? So the Ditto's got Frisk, it's going to see my focus slash, right? So I see the Ditto, it's got Choice Scarf, right? So they possibly swapped into like the worst matchup there because Choice Scarf Protect, right? You can't use like Last Resort afterwards, so they're going to have to, like swap there. So the Ditto's going to... I nearly call that something else. The Ditto's going to swap out... Oh, my God. The Ditto's going to swap out there. Obviously, it's got the Choice Scarf. And the God himself comes in, which is the Magikarp. So go for the Last Resort on the Magikarp. Now, the Magikarp does have a Focus Sash there, so it's going to be able to live. So I was guessing, well, Flail is definitely going to be coming my way here. I do have the Focus Sash if Magikarp does bust through my max health. Does a lot of damage there, but doesn't quite take me to my Sash. Now I can go for a Last Resort and take out the Magikarp. So pretty good lead there. We got rid of the... we forcefully swapped out the Ditto and we took out a Magikarp, guys. If you take out a Magikarp... Oh, Unknown! The overpowered Pokemon just keep coming, guys. So now we got the Unknown outspeeding me. Going for the Hidden Power. I don't even know what Hidden Power that was. Hidden Power, Hidden Power Donkey taking me out there. So we still got 5 Pokemon remaining, man. I just got destroyed by a shiny Unknown. So now I'm gonna bring in my I nearly called that Litten again. No, not my Leo, my Lillipup. Holy shit. Okay, so now I'm gonna go for the Crunch, and that's gonna take out the Unknown. So we got rid of the Toothwrench. Magikarp, Unknown, they are down. We don't ever have to worry about them again in this battle. So now we got the Ditto coming in. Now it's going to be able to transform into me, and it's going to have Retaliate as well. So it's like, this is going to be bad. I don't really want to sack off my other Pokemon, so I'm just going to stay in and let the Lillipup die. So the Ditto Lillipup is going to take mine out. Obviously, he's got a Choice Scarf. It's always going to outspeed me, and that is down. But it's not too bad. So the problem Pokemon on this team at the moment is Ditto, because obviously it kept copying my good Pokemon. So now I'm going to go with the Pick-a-Peck of Ditto. So go for the Fury attack, hoping for some scumbag King's Rock action sliding in there. So it does, it's nice 5 hits. And guys, it doesn't happen. So now I'm going to get hit by the Retaliate from the Lillipup again. Almost taking me out. Holy damn, I've done a lot of damage for just like a normal unboosted attack. Guys, it was that Ditto stab. Now I'm going to get the Brick Break and take the Ditto out. So that was really good. Ditto finally goes down. Ditto cost me like a fair bit of trouble so far. So now we got the Sandshrew coming out. Once again, I haven't revealed that I got Bullet Seed. Even if I did, I was thinking, well, Sandshrew is definitely going to be able to lift that. It's got a fairly decent defense stat, and most likely, a lot of the Pokemon in these battles did have Everlight too. So now go for the Bullet Seed. I'm going to hit that 5 times. It's doing not bad damage, but I know that it's not going to do like well over half, so I was guessing that I really probably needed max damage on the next one to actually take it out. Or I got max damage on that one. I wasn't too sure. I've had instances, right, where the first 5 does a little bit over half, then the second 5, it doesn't take it out. So it's very interesting there. So we have the Sandshrews hopping out, and we have the Smoochum coming in here. I'm going to hit the Smoochum with 5 Bullet Seed. So Bullet Seed does pretty good damage to Smoochum too. Now Smoochum does have some interesting ice moves. I was thinking, well, it's not going to be easy swap in either. Should I keep my Pick-a-Peck? Maybe for a little bit later on, it might be handy, and maybe sack one of my other Pokemon, or swap like maybe Bidoof in or something like that to tank the hit. So anyway, I'm going to swap out on the Smoochum. No, I'm not. I'm going to go for the Fury attack, and that's going to take out the Smoochum there with a crit. I thought I was actually swapping out there. So now we got 2 Pokemon remaining, which is the Smeagol and the Sandshrew. Now, the Sandshrew is already on a low amount of health. So before, if you remember earlier on in the game, the Ditto transforming was actually really trolling me. Now, this was actually the same case with the Smeagol. So the Smeagol's going to put me to sleep, right? Which I kind of guessed that it would. Now, I was thinking, should I swap out here or should I just stay in? I was thinking, well, I could just swap it out or just stay in. I decided to go for the attacking move. So we got the Sandshrew coming in on the Smeagol swap, which was rather interesting. I'm going to be fast asleep. So I thought, well, okay, well, Sandshrew is definitely going to, like, destroy me here. I'm only on 6 health. Now I'm going to be asleep again. So that's 2 turns I was asleep for. So now Sandshrew is actually going to use a Z move here. So I was like, okay, well, I don't think they use a Z move if I'm on 6 health. I mean, Pick-a-Peck isn't the most bulkiest Pokemon in the world. I mean, you can Sandshrew could probably take it out with this, it's like a little claw there. So it's going to go for the Z defense skill. So like, I think it's going to go for a rollout and destroy it. So it's going to boost his defense. And I think now it's going to go for a rollout. I wake up and I'm going to take it out with the Bullet Seed. Man, that was really salty there. They had all the setup and everything like that. But the Sandshrew is not going to be able to live that one for the Bullet Seed. Now, the last Pokemon they had left, right, was that Smeargle. So that was, I was thinking, what is that going to do? It had Spore, but I was wondering if it had any, like, attacking moves at all. So the Sandshrew is going to go down anyway. There's one more Pokemon remaining, which is Smeargle. Now, I still had 3 other Pokemon I haven't even used yet. So things were looking, like, really fresh at the moment. Like, it was looking like it was GG. So, Smeargle's going to come in. I knew that it was going to use Spore, right? We knew that already. I was wondering what its other moves were. So, this time I was thinking, there's no point in me swapping out here. I'm going to actually see what this Smeargle's going to do. The only thing I was worried about was, like, Belly Drum or, like, maybe Tail Glow, like, boosting the stats of the Smeargle, like, a lot. But instead, it goes for the transform. So, like, oh, crap. It's going to transform into my Pick-a-Peck, right? So, we're going to have the, obviously, we're going to have the same speed stat. Now, Pick-a-Peck is going to have all the, it's going to have skill, obviously it's going to have these skill links. It's going to have Brave Bird, Brick Break, like all the same moves they had, which are fairly good against my last couple of Pokemon. So now goes my Pick-a-Peck, or whatever it is. So we're going to go into my Zigzagoon. So I was thinking, I could go for the Facade here and see how much that does. So we're going to get the Brick Break, and my Zigzagoon got destroyed again. Man, poor Zigzagoon. Guys, I've done the Zigzagoon sweep before, so if you wanted to watch more Zigzagoon action, I suggest you check that one out after the video. So now we're going to go to the Bidoof here, and we got the Brick Break coming once again from the Pick-a-Peck. Bidoof's going to be able to actually tank that one really nicely. So you're going to go for the Curse boosting my stats. So that's going to give me the +2 in defense and +2 in attack. So Simple's like a really good ability. It's very, very underrated in my opinion. Anyway, so now we got the Brick Break coming from Smeargle again. Now, the only thing I was worried about here was a critical hit, right? I'm going to go for the Frustration. Does some really sizable damage there on the Smeargle, nearly taking out. But then I had a very evil plan. So I was like, well, since they transformed into me, right, and they've only got 5 PP of every move, I should be really mean here and actually, like, make them struggle to death, right? I should do that. I like seeing people forced into struggle, right? You can trick them an item like a Choice Scarf, or if they're a Ditto and it's their last Pokemon, or they've transformed to the last Pokemon. So I did have some very evil intentions here, but I think while I was actually battling, I had some I don't know, it's getting like really late for my battle, so I thought, no, I'm not going to keep using Curse. I'm going to not be a scumbag today, and I'm going to attack them. So anyway, we got the Bullet Seed coming from the Pick-a-Peck. Obviously, it's going to try and trip me with one of those moves. I think it's only doing 1 or 2 damage. Wait, that did 3 damage. I take that back. 1 to 3 damage every time from the Bullet Seed there. Okay, so it's going to hit me 5 times. Bullet Seed looks like savage as you get hit by it. So I actually really like the animation for it. So that's going to hit me the 5 times, and now I'm going to go for the final Frustration and take out the Pick-a-Peck. I didn't want to be that guy with the struggle, people. Maybe another day. I was kind of running out of time that day. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Check out the stream, people. Link is in the description. Peace out.